All right, we're back in the woodshed, and I've been practicing, and so I'm definitely feeling better about all this. My chops are coming into shape, and I'm working on a song called God, it's one that I heard Robert Cray do, but it's a Elmore James tune. Well, I cried so much for you, baby, there's nothing new. Well, I cried so much for you, baby, there's nothing new. Baby, there's nothing new. Well, I wish I had $1. All the times I've cried for you. Almost every night I cried myself to sleep. Everybody else is happy, but I weep, weep, weep. Well, these tears, 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 why won't they let me be? Well, I wish just for once, baby, you would cry for me. What's funny is, man, I can hear I'm pushing hard, voices in tune. I can also hear that if I did that 3 nights in a row, the third night I wouldn't have a voice. That's what I can already tell. It's like, because it's feeling good. All right. But how can I forget? Wake up every morning and my pillow is soaking wet. Well, these tears, 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 why won't they let, oh God, why won't they let me be? Well, I wish just for once, baby, you would cry for me. And of course, what's interesting is, I have never actually woodshedded doing it without the percussion. And so what I'm really doing is I'm tapping my feet just as I would if the drums were there. But of course, what this enables me to do is hear the vocals a lot more clearly and kind of tune them in. And it also forces me to keep the groove. And that's the interesting thing for you as the listener. I don't know if you can hear kind of how grooved in I'm trying to be. So every vocal line, this is the thing that I learned just listening to Muddy Waters of all people. But you know, he swings really hard. When you start to really pay attention to what Muddy's doing and you realize that what Robert Palmer said in Deep Blues is true, which is it's not only he has those blues pitches, but Palmer didn't talk as much about his rhythmic sense, and Muddy Waters just knew how to push against that beat and make it swing, just that. And in order to do that, you've got to have the groove. As a drummer, I'm thinking always about the groove. I cry myself to sleep. Everybody else is happy, but I weep, weep, weep. Well, these tears, tears, tears. Now that's what I'm listening for. I'm going to end this here after a little more playing. But those blues pitches, well, these tears, tears, tears. Why won't they let me be? You know, if you're, I'm not, I'm somebody trying to learn how to sing blues still at the age of 65. And part of it's the rhythmic connection and the swing, a little ahead, a little behind. Part of it's those blues pitches. And of course, the third part, another part, is just the timbre of your voice, how you roughen it a little bit. And of course, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to sound right, sounding like Howlin' Wolf. But there's a certain amount of push coming from the diaphragm that you kind of need to get it right. And then there's the question of how do you, so, I'll show you just with this one line. Well, these tears, tears, tears. So, a little too smooth maybe. Well, these tears, a little more nasal. And one thing, if you start to listen to blues singers who are effective on recordings, a lot of them, not Robert Cray, he's the best example, counterexample, because he's so smooth, he's Mr. Smooth. But a lot of them have that, they narrow the timbre, get it a little more in the nose, it projects a little more. Well, these... Almost every night, if I want to get it, I cry myself to sleep. Everybody, you hear that? Everybody else is happy. Everybody else is happy, happy. But I weep, 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 weep. Well, these tears, tears, tears. Why won't they let me be? And of course, it can't be an artificial thing. It has to feel right. It has to be your voice. But if you listen to blues singers, a lot of them, they don't sound the same way singing that they do talking. A lot of them roughen it up a little bit. I'm not talking about the over-exaggerated thing. I'm just talking about that edge. They can do it. All right, I'm done. Anyway, woodshed is coming along. Bye.